Hello, I'm my wonderful, beautiful brothers and wonderful, beautiful brothers of the wonderful, beautiful man of nation. And welcome to something I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with, considering what it, actually revolves around. This is another, what if I was a Naruto scenario, because, yes, there is a character, revolved around me in this. This is basically if you actually bothered to read the title. What if Naruto co-op traveled the seven continents after defeating Sasuke? Or just co-op traveled the continents. And if continents is actually spelled correctly, that's probably because I use spell check. Because I cannot spell continent or continents correctly to save my damn life. So if it is spelled correctly, that's probably because I use spell check. So, yeah. Basically, what do I mean by co-op, and what do I mean by seven continents, and what do I mean by traveled? Well, basically, this story is going to be set right after Naruto's final battle with Sasuke and their whole thing. Thing is, yeah, you know. Basically, there is no real all that much saving Naruto because, well, basically Naruto had used the last of his power in defeating Sasuke, so there really was no saving him in this version of the story. So Sasuke survives, but Naruto does not. But this does indeed mean that Sasuke doesn't have to go on with just one damn arm. But this also means that Naruto's basically dead. Or is he? Because basically Naruto wakes up and he is in this white void thing, floating around this white void. This is like a cube. Like a giant white cube void thing. That he's just floating around in. And he's not standing, he's floating. And he basically sees this one other person. And they basically have, they have brown hair with green eyes with a little yellow, hazelnut tinge in the middle of both eyes. But mostly green. And the brown is very dark brown. And they have this white t-shirt on with basically a circle, and inside the circle there is the kanji for Pangea. And basically, this person is also wearing blue and green and also has these brown what look like to be freaking house shoes. And I like my house shoes. I do indeed like my house shoes. So yeah, basically, I'm basing this character off of me. Like, this is clearly like some blue greenish stuff and mainly white. So yeah, basically, and the reason why it's kanji for Pangea. Well, last time I checked, before like they're split into many different continents, like 7 in total, it was Pangea. That's what it was called. Like, the big landmass was Pangea. And so basically, Naruto goes up to this person, not knowing who the hell they are, and basically just like about to say something, but this person stops them, and they're like, "Yo, Naruto! So sorry we had to meet on such a sour note, but here's a little something for you. In exchange for not becoming the Jinchuriki of the Ten Tails, because of the whole exchange and how everything happened, and how like the Beach were involved in that thing. Oh boy. In exchange for not having that happen to you, but like that. Basically, FYI, my name is Michael. And that's all you need to know for right now. Well, except for the fact that, well, in exchange for you not having to know with the Ten Tails thing, basically Kurama requested that, since Kurama never got to have a son of their own, or daughter, son, whatever of their own, their own heir, that for at least that to happen. And considering what's about to happen to your whole thing, like, the Shinobi Age of Peace will indeed happen, but then indeed, there is always that, chance of hitting an ice age, a big old glass ceiling to crash through, and then that period of stagnation, and then pop goes the weasel. A whole new age, a whole new world, just, yeah, basically. Yeah, it's gonna happen, peace is gonna happen, but, there will be that ice age where everything is just, bullshit. And then we'll open up to a whole new thing. Next thing you know, the entire world will be reshaped. And basically, the beginning form of that is basically what I am now. I've been kind of in this limbo state, cube thing underneath the earth. And actually inside of it, more likely. Like, you're with me. You're basically inside the earth with me. Oh, and Karama there. Just points to Karama in a tiny fox form. And it's just slowly and slowly getting smaller. As Naruto becomes more like a demon fox like. Like, he's getting like the claws. And just, his eyes are becoming more like Karama's eyes. And he's getting red highlights in his blonde hair as it gets longer, basically getting to the shoulders, where it stops at the shoulders. And, well, basically, basically the whiskers become, accented more. And, well, and even his, like, fangs are, like, becoming more, pronounced. And basically, just like, yeah, I assume you're realizing about that. Yeah. Don't worry, man. Once this shit is all done and over with, that's gonna be sucks that a lot of your friends are freaking. Actually, all of them are dead. But, hey, moral of the story, trying to get, Actually, I don't know, really know what the moral of this story is. Hmm. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, mama. So yeah, basically, I am the very spirit progenitor of the original landform that will grace upon this world once it hits that second ice age. But until then, I pretty much lay dormant here. But once everything breaks apart into those 7 parts, known as continents, I will be set free. But I really won't have, anybody. There's you. That's right. There's you, Naruto. Would you like to be my partner as I travel through the continents? I mean, I'm kind of bored. Just being Pangea. Just waiting for myself to get split apart. That hurts. So, yeah, and if you're wondering about me, if I'll be experiencing any changes, well, technically, seeing as I basically embody the entire land mass of all 7 continents being one big thing, I can do whatever I want to do with my appearances I damn well please. Basically, yeah, the perfect transformation jutsu automatic transformation jutsu madness. Now, if you're also wondering about a chakra, chakra still exists. It will always exist. So, yeah. What about the different types of chakra, like regular chakra, nature chakra, Biju chakra? Well, Biju chakra will be how Biju chakra is going to be. And, chakra, like regular chakra, will just, be regular chakra, like it's like every living thing. And natural chakra is even more of that. And technically, I would be the being who had the most natural, will always have the most natural chakra ever, even more than the Shinshu. Yeah, I will always have the most natural chakra, even more than yourself. So, yeah. What is it going to do, considering, Bijus can't really die? Seeing as they're chakra constructs, I imagine there will be more to come. So, initially, basically seeing it's only going to be 7 parts, and there are a total of, not including the Shinju, the Ten Tails, the Jubi, not including his ass, basically the 9. What is it going to do with those 9 if there's only 7 continents? What you're probably thinking, if you are thinking that. Indeed, you are. I know what you're thinking. Yes, I know. Invasion of personal space, but I know. Well, on the cusp of that, basically, the Biju would naturally be on a place that's most suitable for them. And, well, basically, that just makes things, where we're even going to end up. And basically, what I think, we should end up. Well, considering I am the natural powerhouse here, not you. Someplace where I'd easily be able to make things, a lot better for the both of us. A place that's kind of connected but not totally connected to its southern counterpart, North America. Yes, there are 7 continents, and one of those continents is North America. South of it is South America. And then there are others, such as, well, east of South America, and then Africa, and east of Africa is Australia, and then above them are Asia, Europe, and to the northest of the north is, well, Antarctica. 7 continents. But, make sure you're wearing appropriate clothing for the climate. Because, oh god, Antarctica can get cold. And oh boy. Just oh boy. Some of the shit in Africa can get way too damn hot. And basically, it's, all that shit is getting explained in Naruto. And basically, they're both get, dropped on North America. And basically, they seem to be dropped in just the middle of some place. And Naruto does not really recognize the handwriting. Not really handwriting, but just recognize the language. Or any of the signs of anything, fish out of water scenario. But seeing as, myself, basically I'd be like, oh, Naruto, looks like we really did end up in North America. But, interesting place we ended up, and wow, okay. So, as long as we don't run into freaking... Oh boy. Oh boy. Just had to end up here, didn't we? And this certain time period. Well, good news, Naruto, friend. My friend, we are in the present. At least present day. Oh boy. Why do we have to end up here? Anywhere but here. Well, here we are, Naruto. The Big Apple. New York. God save us all. Alright, that's right. You're with me. And considering your choice of clothing, We're gonna need to be a little bit more casual with that, buddy. Good thing for you. I manipulate shit. Poof. And now Naruto has a little bit more acceptable clothing. Basically looking like Michael Jackson and, the Smooth Criminal video thing where he's wearing all the white, like monkey suit clothing. But, except for instead of white, it's black. And some orange. Just some orange. Yeah, that. And basically Naruto would just be like, where did you say we were again? And that's where we are, have ramen. And I'd just be looking at him like, Naruto? Why did I have to pick this guy, ramen addict? I'm be a traveling companion. Well, not only did we start out in the Big Apple, but, wait a second. And basically, was just see some kid going down, not really a kid, just more like a teenager, going down some sort of alley. And basically, it would be like, psst, now everybody, come look at this shit. And Naruto would just be like, fine. I don't really know what any of this stuff means, so I guess I have to follow you. And basically, I'll just be like, uh-huh, yeah, deal with it. Anyways, this kid, who's he talking to? Wait, those guys. Wait, they looked pretty shady. And slowly it's revealed, the people that this kid is talking to are actual criminals. And basically, the kid is basically doing stuff for them in order to gain money. And basically, Naruto's basically like, and why is he doing this? And basically I'm like, hell if I know. That's why we need, stakeout, sort of investigation. And basically, a person will go over to the kid and basically be like, hey, Kurabi, what you said. My buddy. The snake. He didn't like quite what you said about his, conjugal vision. So, now, he just takes out a gun. You gotta take your beating. And I'm like, Naruto, he's about to pistol whip that kid. He's about to pistol whip the shit out of him. And then basically, Naruto's about to do something with me. I'm trying to keep Naruto from not doing something super stupid. But, just trying to do something. At least do something. And that is until basically this kid pulls out some of those hand signs. And be like, lightning stealth, false darkness. It's like, and basically, I mean, basically, this kid's basically just like, you messing with the wrong kid. You know, I was doing stuff to get money from you, so I could figure you guys out. And now that I know enough, I think it's time to take justice in my own hands. Because you're the buddy of Snake, and you call yourself. I said, what do you call yourself? Yeah, I remember. The Bronco. Well, Mr. Bronco, it's time that I whip out the final recipe. As he basically, boom, 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 seven sword style. And Arthur's like, wait, what? And I'm just like, what? Wait, no, wait. The kid, he's been pulling this freaking whole job thing, jobbing for others, just to get in on info on them. What the hell did they do? Wait a second. If I can get a reading on his chakra. Oh no. This kid's chakra, on top of feeling like it's some sort of tailed beast inside of him, I can read the mind of the tailed beast. These guys did him and his family really bad. They only left him alive so that they could send a message. Because apparently, his family didn't pay up from protective services. And Naruto's like, protection services? And since they didn't pay up, they decided that they were going to and I'm like, whoa, Naruto. The one he has is, Ado, as in, well, hello? God, ring any bells in that head of yours? And Naruto was like, wait, Ado? Eight Tails? Hachibi? As in, he's like Killer B. Is his name. Even sounds like it. Kirabi? I'm basically, just looking upon the scene like this guy just getting wasted by like the blunt end of the sword just to draw out the torture. And not only that, but he infuses, like, Kirabi, like, infuses the blunt end of the sword, like, freaking with lightning. It was like, bang, bang, bang. But it's only, like, small shocks. Like, tasing the dude. Like, brutalizing him and tasing him at the same time. And basically, just deciding to, like, throw him up in the freaking air. And basically just and like it's like sussing him up real nice and good. And then basically the guy whose buddy was talking about before, the snake, he comes out and he's about to open up the blicky and the sticky like a freaking machine gun. And that's whenever the kid's just like, oh no you don't. And he just splits his over there and he's like, a thing here's like, lariat up, like lariat, bang. and the dude just explodes in fire and ash. And basically, I'm just like lariat. Okay, it's certified. It's this generation's version of the freaking. You better not rap like him. And Naruto's just like, so are there others? And I'd just be like, duh. There are others. No doubt there are others. So yeah, we gotta find out the whole thing. Basically get them to trust in us enough to, basically share the identities without having to make this massive bloodbath. And basically, the teenager would just be like, I can tell you guys are snitching on me. You're not very good at being quiet. And basically, I'd just be like, that's only because I'm trying to get him to be quiet. And Naruto would just be like, damn it. So, you don't like us? And basically, Karabi would just be like, actually, I do like you. So, from what I've been hearing, you have one in you? And something happened. You said second, so there was another one like me. Oh, and don't worry, I only drop a verse whenever I have time to in the middle of a fight. You know, I'm that good. And then basically just draws Naruto to a memory of basically what he had heard about, Killer Bee basically having time to write down a verse in the middle of the fight with Sasuke and the rest of Team Taka. And basically, I'm just like, I do like this kid. I like this kid a lot. Karabi, seeing as Naruto here is probably like 17 years old, and Naruto's like, he's good. And I'm just like, just basic math. So you look to be around his age. And Karabi didn't really argue, so yeah, they pretty much know that. Yeah. Basically, Karabi actually wanted to know about, the first version that Naruto and, myself already knew about. Basically, telling him that the person's name was Killer Bee. And he was the literal little brother of the Yandami Raikage. And basically, after all that's talked about, basically I have all that to deal with him. Basically, I'm like, wait, actually, the whole part of the two Bijus, more than there would be actual continents, is actually kind of already resolved now that we have Karabi here. Because, Naruto. Hey, Naruto, you know if the fuzzball is still in you? And Naruto's like, the way the seal works, if he wasn't, I would be dead. By the way, he's complete. So he's probably just, complacently sleeping in his cage. And Karabi would just be like, oh, so you got the fox? Good. If what you said is right, hey, Kanemari Sensei! And I would just be like, uh, it's fried squid. Calamari is fried squid. And basically, Krabi would just be like, basically just be like, it's fried squid, not fried octopus, Basically, Krabi would just be like, well, that's probably why he's not talking to me. And basically, Krabi would just hear in his head and actually get sent into his mindscape. And basically, you just see the Chibi, like, Gyuki, and just be like, oh, I can't believe it, actually. So, although B's dead, the legacy lives on. With you, kid, tell me, what's your name? And basically, Karabi is just like, oh, just woke up and now you already want to know me on a first name basis. Okay, okay. I admit it. Kind of a mistake on my part calling you a squid. Anyways, egg-tailed octopus, a chibi, also known as Gyuki. Let's fist bump on it. Name's Karabi. And basically, you know, Gyuki would just be like, alright. I was like, bang. And not only that, but like, Krabi would actually have like the limberness in him to like actually, like, like, moonsault himself onto the freaking forehead, like, onto the head of freaking Yuki, and just sit there. Yuki wouldn't really mind, seeing as these last few years are probably, kind of hibernating. And so, kind of having someone around like, B, just, it's a nice feeling. And so, yeah, basically, with the two of us finding Karabi, that's basically just solved that problem right then and right there. And basically, I actually managed to spot an airport. And Naruto, I'm like, Naruto, I'm gonna give us some identity cards, ID cards. Basically, explaining to Naruto about everything that we're going to do or need to do. Basically, the whole airport thing, like traveling. And basically, Naruto doesn't really find all that much of a problem. But, try to get like a later flight because, we're probably going to need to stock up on stuff. And that's whenever I remind Naruto about the fact that I literally just gave him a makeover in terms of clothing. So, yeah, basically reminding him that I can actually, do anything. It's just like my own limitations. So, yeah, we're pretty much good. We don't really need to pack all that much luggage, since I can literally pop anything out of anywhere. So basically, yes, Kurama's soon-to-be Demon Lord's son, and so new Demon Lord of the Foxes, and, the literal god of primordial age of before the continents. The one thing, the Pangea. And so, yeah, basically, we just, have our partner with us. We have our boy, Karabi. And, so We even make a fake identity, not really. We just make an ID for him, and so basically, we set out, for a fair time to, a booked flight towards a certain place, and basically, Grobby wanting to know where exactly did I book us to fly to. Since, if I'm so all powerful, I could just teleport us there. And I just give him 2 words: teleportation sickness. And then, there's just this map that I have laid out, and I just point towards a certain area. And basically, Grobby's just like, Naruto, the big guy plans on taking us to South America. And I'm actually just like, well, to be more correct, there's this area above the States where we're in called Canada where we could do some training before we went there. And, well, you know, you know, some, basically, yeah, more a delayed flight. So, yeah, basically, find a Canadian airport, and, basically, I booked us a flight there, so I teleported to Canada to get us a Canadian thing. And basically, yeah, so I'm like, so we gotta travel to Canada, we'll get some training done there, and basically, once we're done with that, we'll book us a flight to South America. Where we will, seeing as that's another continent, that's the second one, we will be doing some, kick ass stuff and possibly find us another companion. Another travel companion. And so basically, we do that whole, booked flight, afterwards, after the fact. Because, basically, not just like, well, how in the hell are we going to get to freaking Canada? Whatever the hell that is. And I'm just like, Canada, my friend, is also known as the Great White North. Anyways, well, their national animal, unlike America, which their national animal is the bald eagle, Canada's national animal is the beaver. Just don't insult them about it. They like their beavers. And also they have their milk in bags. Not in, this. I just, I like, oh, okay. Milk in bags. Anything else we need to know? And basically, I'm like, well, maple syrup and all dressed chips. That's stuff. Oh, and also, it's not states in Canada, it's provinces. That could be a good thing, considering where we might end up. During our travels, like where we would have our resting place, for us to settle down and, basically living area while we're doing our little training trip before we actually get to our true next destination. And about me calling the place the Great White North, yeah, it's no joke. It's actually very fucking cold up there. Like, colder than here. Cold up there. Like, damn, it's cold. I think we'll settle for, like, Quebec. Or somewhere. maybe Quebec. I don't know. Actually, no, Toronto. Toronto. Yeah, Toronto. Well, we'll settle for Toronto. Yeah, Toronto. We'll settle up in Toronto, Canada. And so, yeah, basically, that indeed does happen. Because, transportation. Yeah, because, little able to do anything, get a freaking driver's license and a car, and, one that has good miles on it, and, go all the way to Toronto. Passport. Even like passports to like go to Canada. And basically, I'm like, okay, guys, so I have some, clothes that you'll probably be very glad that I had, in store. And basically, when they see the clothes that I get brought, like, they're like, oh, thank God. And basically, Naruto and Karabi, like, they get the clothes on and just like, oh, thank God, that's just warmth. And I'm just like, told you it'd be cold as hell. Frozen over. So, yeah. Basically, we'll be doing training. Mostly getting a certain someone acclimated to the area. More than others. And, well, Karabi will get him, situated. Like, obviously, he's has somewhat of an affinity for lightning, seeing as he used the lightning style, false darkness. Basically, expand on that. And basically, it is expanded on. Because not only that, but we also figure out that Krabi has a secondary affinity for water, giving him the possibility to be able to use Storm Release Jutsu. And oh boy. Well, indeed, mastering the Lariat also decides to master other jutsus, like, mm, the Liger Bomb, and a Storm Release Jutsu known as Storm Release Lightning Circus. And basically any water jutsus, being that of, the Mizu Bunshin, water clone, and even the Kirigakure no Jutsu, the Hidden Mist Jutsu, even that, and also the Exploding Water Shockwave. So he really only has one Storm Release Jutsu, the Lightning Circus. He has three water jutsu that he knows, and yes, yes, you know, basically, the lariat, the false darkness, and the Liger bomb. And it is may actually possibly confirm that he can do the chop thing. But yeah, basically, in terms of jutsus, boy is stacked. Because, you can do the Koarmi, and, you can do the Henge, and you can even do, the actual clone, and the shadow clones. Quite the amount of shadow clones, in fact. He actually has two storm release jutsus. The, like I said, Lightning Circus, and the Storm Clone. Actually, three, considering it's Storm Clone and Multi Storm Clone. So, yeah. Pretty stacked. And when, on terms of any tail beast training, well, basically, got him up to 3 tails of Yuki's chakra before he just goes off the wall. And actually, Karabi and Gyuki actually developed their own jutsu that they can use in tandem with one another whenever in the three-tailed state. It's basically Biju Lightning style Lightning Exado Knife. Yes, that's right, Biju Lightning style Lightning Exado Knife. Which is basically wow, like just like a swift hand motion, and just cuts through everything with not only Biju Chakra but lightning, basically surrounded by Biju Chakra. Basically explodes out from like the wrist upwards of like the hand. And oh my goodness. Basically now everybody has their sights set for South America, seeing as, training has been done. Naruto's basically done as much as he can do, because really he has pretty good ninjutsus. And, he's pretty just stacked as he is. So really just trying to buff all the team players. Well, the ones that aren't already buffed as hell already, you know. And also, Karabi can do both the leaf balancing, the tree climbing, and the water walking exercises. You can do all of that. Yeah, they did all of this before they actually decided to book a flight to South America. Or should I say South America? So, yeah. With all that said and done, and it's basically, you know, Naruto, Karabi, and myself waking up, basically hearing that, the fight is done over with, we need to get off. And so we do, and we see for ourselves, basically, South America. And basically, I just proclaimed that I actually, decided, to do some teleportation and, got us, a good old rainforest mansion right in the middle of the freaking South American rainforest. And basically, I'm just like, yeah, just letting you two guys get some extra sleep. I don't really need it all that much. So, yeah, just got us, home ahead of time. Just gotta find the freaking, South American freaking rainforest, wilderness. Basically, juice it. And so, basically, as myself, Naruto, and Karabi basically heading over and basically go through all this, rainforest. And, well, Naruto and Karabi, it's quite obvious that they can also, just like me, easily see the area in which, the house is, because it's like above the freaking treetops. It's like poking out. Like, just wow. And you expect to hide that how? And I'm like, hide it? Why? Well, like, what for? I was like, you know, basically. And basically, just like, you guys can like freaking surface walk with your chakra. So yeah, you guys should be able to get here pretty fine. Just doing all that. And they're like, yes, we can. Okay. And they basically just made a giant ass treehouse mansion. Just to, flaunt my power. Because I can. And it's cool. But we aren't the only ones around. Because, little known to us, or, maybe little known to us, or some of us, there seems to be, you know, some prying eyes. Looking in, seeing if it's a potential meal they can get from this. Scaling up the wall as they, sneak away from the brush of the rainforest. Scaling up. And basically falling on the ass all the way from up high. Whenever I'm like, hey, bug girl, you can stop sneaking around. It's not like we don't have like a freaking limited food supply or bullshit. And basically they're like, ah! It's like, basically break a fall with the wings. And basically they're just like, the person is just like, whenever they hit the ground, they're just like, smooth moves, Puff. Smooth moves. And I'm just like, oh, so that's your name. Wait, your chakra is similar to Naruto and Karabi. Puff. Wait. Would you happen to spell that with like two U's? And just put the F there so it's not that. Or the P there so it's not that obvious? Even though that's kind of, redundantly, like, obviously obvious. And basically they're just like, son of a. And basically I'm just like, called it. Hey Naruto, Karabi, you better pick up that damn phone because I called it. And I'm basically like, we're eating bug tonight. And basically the person would be like, and like run, like, damn it, they always have to run. I was freaking joking, okay? Oh, they're still running. Damn it. Teleport. And they're like, teleport. Damn it, why do you have to freaking squirm? I told you, I was joking. And the person would just be like, get the frick, let go of me. Personal boundaries. Ah, ah. Jeez, just don't kick me in the dick, okay? And I just let go. I'm just like, okay, lady, I was joking. Besides, I know you're only part bug and, part human, so that would kind of be cannibalism, I guess. People not noticing that I'm not human, God, but whatever the frick. Why do I always make this shit hard to do? Not to deal with. So, if your name is Puff, and that, if the shoe fits, you're the Nanibi's new Jinchuriki, aren't you? Guys, we got a new housemate. And basically Karabi would be like, jeez, man, we already heard you. And Naruto would be like, who is it this time? And I'd just be like, number 7, not going to heaven. Oh my god. But definitely not going to no 7-Eleven either, because I don't think they have 7-Eleven in South Africa. And basically, like freaking Karabi just giving me a look like I'm a freaking racist or something. And I'm like, what? I legitimately don't know if they have a 7-Eleven in South Africa. I'm legitimately curious if they do. Or don't. So, yeah. By the way, since, we obviously know you're the Nanabi's Jinchuriki, Puff, you might explain to us how many tails? And basically, she would just look at it like, oh, you want to know that? 3. And basically, Karabi would be like, called it. And Naruto would just be like, son of a. And I would just be like, you guys were betting on how many tails she already had unlocked if we found the Nanibi Jinchuriki in South America. Which, honestly, we just have. And wow, 3 as well. And basically, Puff would just be like, wait, Karabi, and the other guy? Karabi would just be like, 8, and Naruto would be like, 9, and I would just be like, I'm actually not a Jinchuriki, I'm actually a god. Well, godlike entity or being. And basically, Nanabi would just like Puff would be like, oh, so that's why the whole kanji thing stands for Pangea. Oh, you must be a really old god then. And I would be like, no respect. And basically, the person would just be like, well, what do you expect? I'm like, no older than these two. Like, yeah, how old are you guys? And basically, Naruto and Karabi would just answer, like, Naruto would be like, 17, and Karabi would actually be like, actually, if I do my math, I'm actually 18. And basically, you know, Puff would be like, I'm 15. And I would just be like, wow. Oh, oh God. Sweet Lord. Guys, do we have enough room for extra space? Because this girl legit looks like she was out in the wild, like living out here, like naturally. By the way, if you're gonna live with us, you need to change your clothes. And basically, Puff would just be like, "Oh, crap! You can do that? That's cool. You really are God. Nice. This is sweet." And I would just be like, and it's nice to see that Karabi is getting the same treatment that, Kurama decided to give Naruto. So they're both becoming demon lords. And looks like this lady is starting to slowly develop into one too. And, like, basically, basically, Puff is like, oh, how could you tell so easily? Oh, it's the unnatural features, isn't it? And the smell? Yeah, I know. I'll be taking a shower, if you don't mind me. And basically just goes over to a nearby pond and is like, pervert. And I'm just like, whoa, jeez, I literally did not know. Did not know that that's where you were planning on going. Oh, Jesus, I am so sorry. And I just like teleport. Boop. And basically like, Karabi, Naruto, do not look at the pond. At least not until that woman is done. And clothed. Jerry, Jesus, freaking Jesus. God. God. Well, I suppose you won't mind joining us for Den Den. Basically, just something thrown in my face. Pow! I was like, Jesus, what the? Paperweight? Something attached. A note. You had me at Den Den. Okay, this woman apparently really likes food. Which wouldn't really surprise me, seeing as Naruto seems to like food, and Karabi really don't seem to turn down the idea either. And Karabi would be like, Well, what'd you expect? I've been living on the street for God knows how long. And now we're in the freaking South American rainforest. And I'm just like, yeah, also, the whole thing with Canada, the training trip that I had you guys going on while we were there. That reminds me. Some opportunities. Might have just arrived. Considering some things. But that all basically amounts to, what she already knows. She being, well, Puff. So yeah, basically, we have just now set out to do our own thing. Naruto, you know. Basically, me, Karabi, Naruto, and Puff, who we just randomly found in South America. So, yeah. I'll probably leave this off. The Anadosis, because the Dark Shadow Motherfucker is OT here. Boys, like, favorite, subscribe. Boss like a squid with my boost suede shoes. Yeet, yeet, no, yeet. Mr. Action.